I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another lovely video from Hal. So, what we're going to look at today, guys, is raiding. Why raiding? Because, hey, let's face it, raiding is fun, and it is quite possibly the second quickest way to gain res in the game. Obviously, buying the res is the first, and events is the third. Nobody really minds Trit, let's be honest. So now, what's the big deal about raiding? What is so hard about it? Well, raiding is actually pretty straightforward. You go, you hit a base, they bubble for 10 minutes, and then it's a matter of are they on? Are they not on? And let's take a look at a example here. Here's me and a buddy of mine, cat dealer. That's the res that he has. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Who wouldn't want to hit that base? 2 billion par. What was that? Or no, sorry, 2 billion trit alone. Okay. So, with that being said, the first thing we do is we scan the base, see what kind of ships they have in it, see what kind of power it has, try to get an idea as to whether or not it's worth our time to actually try to crack. Okay, and then we take a look at his stats, and always take a screenshot of that. Okay, or write down the helps, or let's take another closer look here. So we have our alliance help sent, player ships destroyed, hostile ships destroyed. Now, why is this useful? Okay, if somebody's trying to possum you or is trying to play dead, you know, they still have that instant tap of hitting the helps. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit and then decide, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit here, and a help pops up. So I hit the help, helps go up. Or maybe they're not trying to, play dead. They're actually just out hitting miners or hitting red hostiles for whatever reason. So then you'll see the hostile ships go up or the player ships go up. So that's the three key areas that I look at when I first hit a base to know whether or not they're actually online. Okay. I always take a screenshot and refer to it, after the 10-minute bubble. So I'm going to hit with my Saladin. Okay. Now, why am I hitting with the Sally? Well, I got Harrison. Harrison is awesome for hitting bases, just as good as he is for any other use. I also run Gorkin and Kurla on my Sally when I'm hitting a base. Um, and that just increases that crit chance. Now, as with everything that we do, we want to make sure that we're putting in the least amount of effort to get the maximum amount of rewards. Okay, Saladins are extremely cheap to repair, and they do a good amount of damage every time they hit. Okay, that one big gun they have is an amazing resource in and of itself. So here we go. Obviously, as soon as you hit a base, you're going to lose your shield. Okay, just like hitting another player. And there's the 10-minute bubble. Now, back when the game first started, we only had a 5-minute wait, and that was great. After some community complaints, they increased it to a 10-minute wait, and that's where we're at now. Since how this is just a temp video, FCD is going to tap my base just to help move things along a little bit here. And now go through, do the repairs to the ships. As you can see, I'm a very impatient player. Not always the most efficient way to do it. And here we go. So this is just another issue with the server lag, mind you. It is getting better, but at the same time, randomly we have issues. And spinny, spinny, spin. Try again. Spinny, spinny, spin. Scan. Double check to make sure that his, let's go back to that real quick. Okay, so right now his hull is at 128k, and this is another way to tell if they've repaired anything in between attacks. Okay, not always the most accurate, mind you. So here I am going in for the break. Uh-oh, what went wrong? Let's take a look. Oh, they still looks dead. Yeah, maybe it was one of those, 50-50 deals. So we'll finish it off with the Enterprise. Do 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 do. Look at that, broken base. Yay! Now I can get all the goodies inside, right? Right? I mean, uh-oh. Now, is that accurate or not? And this is another key issue with the way that the game mechanics work is, we've seen before that the base appeared to be broken, completely broken, but yet I still took damage, and a fair bit of damage to my Enterprise, breaking it. So, I know he hasn't been repairing. I know, that he's online, but there's no reason why the previous screenshots we've seen showed a broken base, and yet I'm taking damage, in between. All right, so you have to really pay attention to all aspects of this. Okay, and here we go, making sure it's broke. There we go. Now keep in mind, even after you break a base, okay, you're still going to have that little tiny bit of repair hole that comes out, but that's usually not enough to cause too much damage to a ship. So you break a base, you wait the 10 minutes for the bubble, and then you hit it again with the warship just to clear out whatever instant repair hole that the game applied. So now, once again, we go, shows dead. So now we go in for the raid. Now, obviously, you're going to use something bigger than Unfortunate. Again, this is just for demonstration. So, again, I can't stress it enough. Make sure to check the bases. Here we go. First load. Spinny spin. Uh-oh. So what just happened here? Let's pretend that all these ships aren't there. It's just me and Cat. Okay, I just broke him. I know he's broke. And I just sent in my Enterprise to, ensure that he's broke. So I should be able to raid him now, right? Wrong. As you guys can see, he completely repaired in between. Okay, it only takes a couple taps to completely repair your base. Alright, so now let's take a look at this from the other side. Okay, we see how this happened to us. And now he's going to break me to do the same. Kind of fast forward my way through here. Alright. I think he's almost, nope, not quite. Battle logs. So, as you can see, larger bases take a lot more to crack. Alright. Now, keep in mind these are all Saladin hits, so they're all fairly cheap. However, at what point, are you saying, is it worth it? Okay. So, still blowing up on me. There's two more. There's this auger. Alright, guys. if you know you can one-shot a base, okay, and this comes from experience, mind you, using a G4 ship to do it, or G3 Epic, I mean, go for it. Using your Rel, your Intrepid, your Gladius, go for it. However, if you're not sure, send a smaller ship first. Make sure they're offline before you dedicate the resources, the speed ups, to crack a base. And always check your logs. If it's a harder crack, see what kind of damage you're doing. Maybe you have to change up your crews. You know, Gork Kurla Harrison is a pretty standard crew. Khan Spock Kirk, another good crew. And you'll find what works for you based on what crews you have. Okay, don't just say, well, Hal used this crew and it worked great for him, but it works like crap for me. Well, my Kurla's maxed, my Gorkin's maxed. I have the extra oomph from those officers to make it worth it. Now, your Kurla may only be a level 5, your Gorkin might be a 10, so you're not going to get the same rewards. So, again, pay attention to what your crew is doing as far as damage. And here he goes again. There we go. Now I'm broke. So now it's oh no, I'm broke. What do I do? Well, you have a couple options here. Okay, as you can see, I have ships destroyed in base. I could instant repair them before their miner comes in. I could actually just tap the repairing once or twice just to build up some hull once again, destroying the miner when it comes in. Or we could just shield. Shielding is quite possibly the quickest way to stop a raid. Okay, let's be honest, if you're on, you get tapped, think of it as a reminder to shield. Okay, because if your shield's not up, someone's going to come and get you. Shield or share is a phrase for a reason. So now, let's take a look. I am deciding to play possum here in this video. So, he finally got me down. And so now I'm just going to lightly repair my base. There we go. So now I've done just a minor repair. Nothing major. So if he were to send in another ship, in which he does, kaboom. So now what does that do? Well, that sends that signal of, hey, he's on. I'm not going to waste my time. Or if you're a bit more of an aggressive player and you have your timing down correctly, you could actually take and launch your warship, recrack the base, and then instantly send a miner to go through and start raiding the base. Okay, so now let's take a look at another video that I have here. And give me 1 second to pull it up. This is quite possibly the most hated scenario of raiding a base. You come across a base, you crack it, you start raiding it, and somebody ports in to mess with you. Okay. So what we have here is we have myself slowly raiding a base. Well, our protagonist here decides that he's going to mess with me. So a couple tactics you can use here. As you can see, I launched a Rialta to hit his jelly with. So his jelly's, disabled or unable to attack while I'm doing my runs. Okay. Cheapest way to distract him. Alright, because let's face it, the Rialta fears nothing. Alright, so here we go. I'm coming in for another run. Now, right here you can see I am close enough to where he could instant attack my miner and prevent my miner from getting there. A good defense, that's what you would see. Okay, I want you guys to know this was not organized. This was completely random. I was actually raiding the space and well, we'll just call him Big Dog, decided to roll in. Alright, so here we are. Okay, instead of attacking my ship, okay, he goes and waits until after I hit the base. Okay, again, if you're going to do this, do it right. Attack the miner before it gets to the station. Okay, if you're not able to, okay, I understand. Attack the station, or not the station, but attack the miner after it's hit the station, because then whoever it is loses all the res that they just gained, plus has to do repairs. So it's kind of a 1-2 shot there. All right, and so now he's bringing in his Vidar. And I, of course, pull up my, I call it the speed rel. It's a pan crude rel. Alright, I love using the pan crude rel in takeovers, taking out a bunch of the interceptors, your Saladins, your Gladius, etc. It's also just fast enough to where if the Vidar isn't pan crude, it can keep up with or catch the Vidar. Alright. So now, looking at this overall, he could have easily prevented me from raiding. Alright, his base is just down here at the bottom left corner. I'm all the way up here at the top right. The base is parallel. You have about the same travel distance between both stations. However, I'm really kind of limited. I have to leave something in my base just to prevent attack, and he's got same amount of docks, so he could have easily loaded up 5 quick warships and kept me at bay for the most part. But instead, it's skill over play here, guys. Again, here I am just going to town doing my thing, and again, he's trying the same play over and over, except this time he's hitting my rel. Okay, which does nothing to stop the raid. Okay. So again, I repair. I got my miner going to the base. Miner hits the base. Rialta hits the jelly. Recall the miner. This is pretty, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Okay. So when in a situation like this, you want to try to do what you can to prevent them. And this here that you see now, he's attacking my station. That is probably the desperation move that I see the most when somebody's trying to defend a base. Because they figure if you're worried about your station, you're not going to worry about the base. So all the more I do is change up which miner I'm using. And rinse and repeat. Now, he does get through. I'm not going to lie. He does break my base. However, he's breaking my base using Enterprise, Jelly, and he's not putting any effort into raiding it. So I'm not really that worried. Okay, honestly, I probably could have gotten by without repairing everything. Okay, or swapping over to my auger, or preparing for an actual base defense. But I did anyways. So, and now we're right back where we started. Okay, I attack his Vidar, I raid the base. I attack his Vidar, I raid the base. Now, the idea here is when you have one player which has spent way more money than you, and you figure you can't defeat him or you can't get by him, you just got to show him that you can outplay him. Okay, and that's what we were doing here. Using the Rialta to hit the jelly to keep it busy, using the Rel to destroy the Vidar, and still just keep plugging away. You have to learn to outplay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time, and we will catch you on the next Hal video. Goodbye.
Dave. my mind is going. I can feel it. I can feel it.